Hey guys, my name is Miranda Hagerman, and for this week we're doing our book talk, which I'm super duper excited about because we got to choose our own books for this. And I chose a book that I absolutely love and I have for a long time. It's called Divergent by Veronica Roth. Yes, yes, yes. And so close your eyes. Ask yourself a few questions. Do you ever feel different? Do you ever feel like you don't belong where you are now? Or do you ever feel like you want to do something different with your life, but you are scared of what people will think, if they'll judge you or think you're crazy? Now, hold on to those thoughts while I'm talking. For just a minute, I need you to imagine that the world that we live in now is gone. Imagine that you're in a new world, and this world is set in the future. It's a dystopian, futuristic, fictional world that's set in what we call now Chicago, but it's a little bit more run down, and it's hundreds of years in the future. The people in this place are divided into 5 factions, and that's the world that takes place in Divergent. Now, these people are divided into 5 factions, like I said, and each of these factions are based on something, a virtue, a characteristics of themselves that we know in humanity now. We have abnegation, and these are their symbols. Abnegation are the selfless people. They devote their lives to helping others. Amity are the peaceful, and they live on the outskirts of the city, and they farm, and they cultivate, and they provide the food for the society. Candor, right here, they are the honest, and they run the judicial and legal system. The erudite are the intelligent. They're the scholars and keepers of wisdom of the city. And then there's the dauntless, finally, and they're the brave. They are the protectors of the city and the warriors of the city if need be. Now that you know a little bit about the city, I'm going to introduce you to our main character of this book. Her name is Beatrice Pryor, and here's a picture. Oh, no, that's me. Sorry. I just got a little carried away with my Beatrice Pryor costume. No, this is Beatrice Pryor. The book was actually made into a movie. The book's actually a series. It's a trilogy. There are 3 books, and all 3 books were made into movies. This is Shailene Woodley. She played Beatrice Pryor in all 3 movies. She did an excellent job, and I absolutely love dressing up like her. But Beatrice is a 16-year-old girl. She was born in abnegation, the selfless, as you remember, hopefully. But every year, 16-year-olds make a choice. And this choice is whether to stay in their own faction or choose another faction. And they have to live in this faction for the rest of their lives. Not only that, but once you choose a faction, you basically give up your family if you choose a different faction. So she has her mother, her brother, her twin brother, and her father, and she has to choose basically between staying with her family and being safe or choosing who she really feels like she is, who she wants to be. Now, this world that they live in, they have this motto. It's called faction over blood, and they live and breathe by this motto. So that basically means drop your family, your faction is the only thing that matters. So she does make this choice, and she surprises everybody, including herself. She becomes brave, and that's who she feels like she is. So she chooses, of course, Dauntless, the brave faction, the protectors, and the risk takers. So when Beatrice changes her faction, she changes her name also to Triss. It's short for Beatrice. And she arrives to the faction, their home base, and she finds out that they go through this initiation process. And it's really scary and it's really terrible because during this initiation process, you're pitted against all the other initiates. You fight, you train, and you have to basically go against them as well as yourself and all of your fears. Now, if you pass the initiation, then you're a Dauntless, but if you don't, then you get kicked out. So she meets amazing friends along the way, a lot of the other initiates, and some of those are Christina is one of her good friends. She's from Candor, so she's super duper brutally honest. And then here's Will. He's from Erudite, so he's super duper smart, and sometimes he's too smart for his own good. And this one I included, he's Peter, but he's not really her friend. He's very, very not nice to her. I think he feels a little bit threatened by her. A few more people I'm going to introduce you to. This right here is one of the leaders of the Dauntless, and he's not nice to her either. And then she meets this really handsome training instructor, and his name is Four. Now, remember this face. But anyway, so when she's during this initiation process, she finds love, she finds laughter, she finds friendship, but she also finds a lot of sadness and sorrow and even betrayal while she's going through this process. And during this entire process, she holds this really big secret, a secret that she is somehow different from everybody else. And I can't tell you how because it's a secret. So this secret is one that might destroy her if anybody finds out that she could even get killed. And it also threatens to destroy the very society that they live in, this huge secret that she keeps. So this book's other characters, this is Janine. In the movie, Kate Winslet plays her, even though you can tell she's not very nice. She's not Titanic's Rose in this movie. Also, her twin brother, he chooses Erudite during this book. So basically, she chooses Dauntless, he chooses Erudite, and they completely leave their families, which is very, very, not very heard of. But anyway, so this book's genre is considered fiction, according to the Scholastic website. The interest level for this book is 9 to 12, so it draws in older readers. However, the actual grade level for this book is 5th grade reading level. I think it was 5.8 that I read. That was the grade level, and the Lexile level provided on the Scholastic website was HL 700L. Now this book is an amazing book, I believe. As I stated before, Veronica Roth wrote this book, and she is actually #1 New York Times bestselling author. She's amazing. She writes this book. Basically, Beatrice is such a relatable character. She's got this secret. She's scared to death of trusting anyone. She's a good guy. You want to basically be her friend. You want to be in this with her. You want to kick the bad guys' butts with her. It's an amazing book. And the way the author writes it is that you delve into this world. You are a part of it. You are living this side by side with Beatrice. And that's one of the best things about this book, is that you get lost in the world of Dauntless, Amity, Erudite, Candor, Abnegation. So, big questions here. Will Triss ever find anyone trustworthy enough to keep her secret? Who is this handsome training instructor? What is her secret? What about the romance in this book? Is there any romance? I'm going to say that there might be. Will Triss and her friends survive? Is the seemingly perfect society that Triss grew up in really, really that perfect? I know the answers to all of these questions. Do you? No, you don't, because you haven't read the book. So how do you find out? You need to read this book, the Divergent book. You will discover all of these wonderfully kept secrets of this dystopian society. And I'm going to leave you with a little sneak peek about the romance I mentioned earlier. This is for that instructor I was telling you about. You'll just have to read the book and find out, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation, and I really, really hope you guys read the book. Also, read the Insurgent and Allegiant books as well. They're just as good. And after that, watch the movies, but don't watch the movies before that because it ruins it. There's a few different, they changed some of the stuff in the movies. So read the books first. They're a lot better. And yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much.